It's 7:05 on September 4th, and like I said I would do, I'm making a quick video on the Greyhound despite the low quality of the video, despite all of the sun, as well as my fatigue or exhaustion, if you will. I'm just leaving, well, I have left Windsor, Ontario. Um, all of this got the best of me, I guess you could say. Windsor took a bit of a toll on me, a little bit more than I expected. Hamilton, although tough, wasn't quite as bad as what Windsor proved to be after just a few days. So I heading somewhere else. I wound up in the wrong part of town in Windsor, and I have very little knowledge of the area, and I went there without insight. I went there very unenlightened. This video, pardon me. Excuse me. This video is just a quick video, just to give a basic idea of what's going on, as well as just to fulfill a promise that I made today to put a video up in regards to what I have been doing. I took Hamilton for 45 days, as well as London for just a couple of weeks. Yes, it was intentional, and there were a lot of things, a lot of factors involved, making it intentional. However, none of what I went through was fictitious, if you will. Nothing was scripted. Everything was as it would be for the real homeless person, if you will. Essentially, what I did was I lived the homeless life, avoiding shelters, living on the streets, so to speak. I did, in fact, sleep in doorways of stores. I did, in fact, sleep on cement. I did sleep outside. I did get rained on. I did get spit on by a number of strangers. I was told to get a job despite showing my business license where I was sitting quite often. The ignorance of others, it shone through. I don't know that that's a word. It shined through. It radiated off some people. The ignorance that's out there and the stigma that's placed on the homeless, as well as those that just linger around town, if you will. I suffered as a result of all of that, and it was beautiful. I got to see what I needed to see, not what I wanted to see, so to speak, but what I needed to see. I experienced everything that the typical homeless person would. I was categorized under all the stereotypes. I was stigmatized, and while I was treated like dirt by many, I was also treated well by many. Um, you can't really see me very well as a result of the shitty lighting. However, at a good view, you'd be able to see that I am incredibly tired. I need a haircut as per the way that I keep my hair usually. I'm filthy dirty. This trip, however, unlike Hamilton, I did bring all of my clothing with me and a few essentials, one of which being my computer. Hamilton, I brought one change of clothing, which, as I remarked on my website, I did lose as a result of staying at the Good Shepherd one night, and someone either being in need of it more than I was, or just took a liking to the pants and, unfortunately, the underwear and socks that I had. I washed them, and when I went to retrieve them from being washed, they were missing. If it looked better on them, then by all means, I got to see what I needed to see, yeah. What I'm going to include in the book that is coming, it's going to come sooner than I thought it was. It's going to include the 45 days in Hamilton, the short time in Windsor, the short time in London living on the streets this time. It is as well, I'm going to include my past experiences where it was involuntary, if you will, where I actually did become homeless unwillingly and without warning. I'm going to give the experiences that I can recall from all those times. The cities included St. Thomas, not really much of a city the time that I was homeless there, London, Ontario, Edmonton, Alberta, Calgary, Alberta, Nova Scotia, Toronto, Ontario, as well as many others that at this point, as a result of fatigue and exhaustion, if you will, I can't recall at the moment. I will give better detail. I don't have my notes with me; they're all under the bus. I'm looking at I'm looking right there, not right there, right there, and I'm seeing the background, and it looks phony. Looks like I'm sitting in front of a blue screen. I, however, don't have a budget big enough to afford one of those. I am, in fact, on a Greyhound. I'm not going to show you the other passengers. I don't need a lawsuit, and I don't need people bitching because they're on a website and on a DVD that they didn't consent to being on. I think you just saw my face in clear there. Anyway, this is just a quick addition to the video that I'm going to be uploading to my website. I hope it's found to be sufficient as a result of my fatigue and everything else, all the other factors and variables involved. I will make a detailed, not scripted. It'll be ad lib or improvised, if you will, much like this one. However, I'll have a better state of mind. I'll have rested and eaten and bathed and be out of my filthy clothing. Um, I really appreciate the support and the following in this effort, as well as the awareness that you are gaining as a result of my experiences, and I guess living vicariously through my experiences just now. Be good to each other, and remember when you're walking down the street, just because someone looks homeless or someone is dirty or someone is in a suit doesn't mean that they're necessarily in the class that society would have them stigmatized as. Be good to everybody that you meet. Be good to yourselves. Be true to yourselves as well as others. Thanks.